Okay, so now we're going to have a look at rounding to significant figures. I always think it's much easier once you start doing the examples to understand how to do this, but I'm going to go through the definition of how you do it anyway. So what you do is you first start counting from the first non-zero digit. So if you imagine a number, for example, 0.045. Okay, so you first start counting from the first non-zero digit. So those first two zeros don't count as significant figures, but the 4 would be your first significant figure, and the 5 would be the second significant figure. It says count all digits after this. Okay, so if I continued this number and did like 0, 9, 2, 0, 4, and just kept going, the first two zeros that we looked at were not significant. However, once you start counting the first one, everything after that counts. So the 4 was the first significant figure, the 5 would be the second, that 0 would be the third, and then 9, and then 2, and then that 0 again is also significant. Once you start counting your significant figures, you just round as you normally would do. Okay, same as anything else. It's 5 or above, then you round up. Okay, so looking at these examples here, we're going to start counting from the 1. So we're looking for two significant figures. So you go 1, 2. So we're going to round in between the 7 and the 3. So that 3 is not above 5. So the number in front stays the same. So the answer to that one is just 17. Okay. Right, the second one. So we're looking at 0.296. So the 0, we don't count that, but you start counting from the 2, and then you count the 9, and so you're around in between the 9 and the 6. That 6 is going to make that 9 round up. So that 9 is actually going to round up to a 10, which means the 2 rounds up to a 3. So it becomes 0.3. But what you've got to do is, because it's two significant figures, is you have to write a 0 there as well. Okay, if you just wrote 0.3, that would be one significant figure, but it's 0.30. Okay. Next one, we're going to round to one significant figure. So just count the 9. There it is. That 9 becomes a 10. Okay. And then what we've got to do is we're rounding 983.9 to one significant figure. So you got to think about your place value there. So that 10 actually stands for 1,000. So just fill in your zeros. Okay. Next one. So we're going to round 119,834.96 to two significant figures. So count 1, 2. You're going to round in between the 1 and the 9. So 12 or 1, 2. And then what you've got to do is think about your place value. So that stands for 120,000.